contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the Heroica Puebla de Zaragoza, Mexico. Weighing in at 75 kilos, El Hijo del Vikingo.
Nothing like some classic Saturday morning wrestling to get your weekend started right here. As once again we flash back a couple of weeks to WWE World in Las Vegas from WrestleMania weekend for this incredible AAA showcase exclusively seen here right on YouTube. I'm Blake Howard alongside the general manager of NXT, Robert Stone. I'm sitting back, I'm fastening my seatbelt, I'm holding on tight because this one is going to be crazy.
Yeah, and we're at WWE World, which is not an event, it's a destination experience. This whole week has been amazing here in Las Vegas. But right now, Saturday morning, we're on YouTube and I'm pumped for AAA action.
Can you think what an experience this is for the fans of the WWE Universe to experience El Hijo del Vikingo, this type of action?
And his opponent, de la Ciudad de Mexico. Weighing in at 97 kilos, él es el campeón de parejas de AAA, Psycho Clown.
Well, it's time to rock here with Psycho Clown, one half of the AAA World Tag Team Champions. As Psycho Clown, certainly an incredible figure, certainly that kind of superstar you see down in AAA that distinguishes himself from the rest, as he's got that Mexican pride right here. And it looks like Psycho Clown is going to have a big test in front of him against the former two-time AAA Mega Champion.
Yeah, clearly fans love this AAA superstar. You can hear these fans who are seeing him for the first time, they're already taking a liking to him. I don't know, if I was a kid and I saw that mask with the tongue out, I don't know if I would love him or I'd be scared.
That give you some Kiss vibes?
Yeah, well, it does, and I feel like when I was a little kid, I was kind of scared of Kiss. I don't know, but I mean, hey, look, my ears cannot lie. They're not deceiving me. The people love this.
You're telling me you weren't a Kiss demon guy?
I'm not a Kiss demon guy, no. It's just kind of the whole tongue and the dark makeup kind of freaked me out a little.
I know you're a Screaming Norman guy.
You know I'm a Screaming Norman guy. I mean, come on, that's a given.
As Psycho Clown soaking it in here with the WWE Universe. Of course, Psycho Clown had a very busy weekend, which we talked about for many superstars throughout our action that we've talked about here from WWE World on YouTube. But he also took on War Raider Eric, and of course, part of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal from Friday Night SmackDown. So certainly a very fruitful weekend for one half of the AAA World Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, what a week. How cool is it to go back home, to go back to AAA and say, hey, I performed in a legendary Battle Royal on SmackDown the weekend of WrestleMania. I mean, that is life-changing, that is memorable. And you know, he already is an iconic performer in AAA, but doing things like that, being in a Battle Royal like that could even bring him to another level.
As we're essentially hitting the one-year anniversary of AAA under the WWE umbrella, you go back to WrestleMania 41 last year in Las Vegas, where that big partnership was announced. And over the last year, you've seen superstars rise up. Of course, we've discussed at length Mr. Iguana. We know about La Parka, of course, El Hijo del Vikingo, Psycho Clown, just some of the superstars that we've really seen featured over the last year, whether not just being AAA, but events like Worlds Collide as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, it's an amazing thing, and I really have a respect for the AAA athletes. Years ago, I myself performed in AAA, and when I finished my match, all I was told by Conan was to learn Lucha Libre. So these guys put the work in. It's definitely something that is not for everyone.
And you talk about competing in AAA. How different is that type of environment than a traditional WWE setting?
Well, back then, the rings were different, the ropes were different, the mat was different, so you know, it was definitely something I had to adapt to. But look, the style is different. It's based from a different place. It's a different kind, so it's certainly something you have to get used to.
We talked about these two being cornerstones. You go back to that first Worlds Collide event in last June in LA. Psycho Clown was in the first ever match at Worlds Collide in a trios matchup, and of course El Hijo del Vikingo main eventing that card and retaining his AAA Mega Championship. As we're seeing these two square off right here, some fine Lucha Libre as early on, both trying to gain control right now. Psycho Clown in a crucifix cover, 2, as referee Adrian Butler on the call right there, is Psycho Clown trying to show off that pageantry and showmanship to stay one step ahead of El Hijo del Vikingo. And of course, we talk about Psycho Clown being one half of the AAA World Tag Team Champions alongside Pagano. They won those titles back at Triple Mania last August from Angel Humberto Los Garza.
But that's the thing. When you are focused on tag team wrestling, Blake, that's a different animal. Right now, he is in singles competition. And even though, yes, he is familiar with singles wrestling, when you're in that groove of being a tag team wrestler, it could make you a little bit rusty for a singles match.
Staying one step ahead of El Hijo del Vikingo. Here we go into the cover. As these two going back and forth here, trying to attempt to trade off some pinfalls, as neither man can really gain an advantage. We talk about Vikingo being a former two-time AAA Mega Champion, of course, no longer being champion, having dropped that title last year to Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, well, the fans right now in attendance are so lucky because these aren't just two AAA athletes. They're the best of the best. These guys have been in countless AAA main events. Like, they've been on Triple Manias. They've been main events of Triple Manias. I mean, right now, we are getting something very special here at the World.
As it looks like El Hijo del Vikingo, not too fond of that flag there, Rob. Showing a lot of disrespect there to the Mexican flag, as right now, Vikingo finding an advantage here against Psycho Clown. We've certainly seen a different attitude from El Hijo del Vikingo in recent months than we've seen throughout his entire career.
Yeah, well, you know what? Bringing a little attitude to your career, bringing a little attitude to your matches and your performances isn't necessarily a bad thing, Blake. It could get you ahead.
And one thing we've also seen from him differently in recent months that we have seen before in his career, the presence of the 7'3" Omos.
Yeah, and think about that. When you have someone like him by your side, how do you lose? I mean, the intimidation for your opponents. But you got to remember, he's not here right now. Vikingo's out here alone without him. Is that throwing him off of his game?
Very well could see it. Of course, you go back many, many years. Someone we know very well, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, had a certain Big Daddy Cool by his side, and that certainly paid dividends.
Yeah, and think about if he was in a big match and he didn't have him by his side when he was used to it, maybe would have thrown him off.
Crossbody from the top by El Hijo del Vikingo as he's starting to roll a bit here.
Woo!
Snaps off the head scissors. As Psycho Clown goes to the floor, and this is where El Hijo del Vikingo feels right at home here, Rob.
What's he thinking?
Starting to build some momentum. And, puts on the brakes as Vikingo. And showing some mind games there to Psycho Clown.
Just throwing some shade, throwing some insults at Psycho Clown. I don't know if that is just going to upset the clown more. It might not help him in the long run.
The Psycho Clown with the step-up Enziguri, creating some separation right there. Psycho Clown going up top. And Psycho Clown with the crossbody into the cover, hooks the outside leg. And a near fall there for Psycho Clown. Of course, we talked about him being tag team champions with Pagano. They feuded with the likes of the New Day, the Creed Brothers, and the War Raiders thus far in AAA.
Oh, wait a minute.
Psycho Clown gonna try to match El Hijo del Vikingo, Tope Suicida to the outside. Open up the floodgates. We're flying here at WWE World.
This is AAA at its absolute best. World-class aerial artistry versus unbreakable chaos.
As Psycho Clown whipping the WWE Universe into a frenzy right here. The action you're only going to see exclusively if you head to WrestleMania weekend. Can't wait to see what the future holds for WWE World. More interactive events being added each and every year.
What is he thinking here?
Oh! And Vikingo meets the post in a way I don't think he was hoping to.
He better be paying attention to the referee's count here.
Psycho Clown certainly starting to feel it right now. And Rob, if you're El Hijo del Vikingo, if you're Psycho Clown, how do you feel about this incredible showcase being able to show off your skills to the WWE Universe in a way you never have before?
Well, anytime there's new eyes on you, you want to live up to the hype. You want to perform, but this is even beyond that. This is WrestleMania week, so you never know who's watching. And hey, this is a YouTube exclusive. It's Saturday, baby.
Psycho Clown into the cover. As El Hijo del Vikingo puts on the brakes, grabs that bottom rope. Certainly bringing up a lot of great memories of Saturday morning wrestling. Certainly building the foundation for myself loving the WWE.
Well, same here. My older brother watched it, got me into it on Saturday morning, something I remember. So I think right now the WWE Universe worldwide is appreciating this competition they're watching right now.
Springboard crossbody right there by Psycho Clown. Pops up Vikingo and pops him with a forearm. And Psycho Clown running the Psycho Circus, if you will, here in Vegas.
It's non-stop innovative offense, really, from both of these guys. You know, it's enjoyable just to kind of sit back and watch because their styles are just so unique.
We talked about Psycho Clown being a part of that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal just a little over a week ago on Friday Night SmackDown. when he was at Friday Night SmackDown, Rob, do you think he had the opportunity to meet Danhausen?
You know what? I think so, and I can only wonder. That's a great question. I can only wonder what that conversation was like.
That power slam into the cover, only 2. Certainly can't imagine those 2 interacting on a Friday night.
Well, as long as you don't do your Danhausen impression that you were doing before we started, before we got on air here, I don't want to ruin this match by you doing it.
Well, you told me you'd give me some human monies.
Just try it. Ah, Black. All right, just pretend I didn't do that. Let's keep moving forward.
For the record, that was Robert Stone and
This
not
is
myself.
getting weird
But
here.
If Danhausen somehow curses NXT, we know where it came from. As Psycho Clown now back up to a vertical base, and Vikingo connects with a big enziguri to the back of the neck. That's stunning one half of the AAA World Tag Team Champions. And Rob, he's putting him in a prone position. What's Vikingo gonna do here?
He's dangerous in open space. He creates offense from any situation.
And this is what Vikingo loves, setting up those unique opportunities right here from the springboard into the double stomp. Will this do it for the former 2-time Mega Champion? And 2.5, says Adrian Butler. And Vikingo, 13-year professional, also competed in TNA Wrestling. Last year, a big part of their Rebellion event, taking on the likes of Moose and a couple of other superstars. As Vikingo gonna try another cover here, hooks the legs again. And Psycho Clown able to press out. And of course, Vikingo has been dominant all throughout AAA and had a recent opportunity against Penta for the Intercontinental Championship as well, but came up just a bit short.
And I don't want him to come up short in this match because of a mistake. And right now, he is making a mistake of going to the people. Like I always say this, you have to stay focused on your opponent. Don't let your ego get the best of you.
And Rob, we talked about that change in attitude in Vikingo in recent months. We're seeing that right here in front of our eyes.
Yeah, and see that, you know, it could add to the way you prepare for a match, but when you are in the match, you got to stay laser focused.
The Psycho Clown doing his best to stay in this one. Incredible AAA showcase for the great fans of Las Vegas, the WWE Universe at WWE World. Fans coming from all over the world, an opportunity to see this kind of action. As Vikingo now creating that separation right here, and Vikingo stacks up Psycho Clown with that pinning combination, only 2.
So many close pinfalls in this match, and you gotta say, these guys know each other so well. They've been in the ring numerous times together. You gotta think, do they have a plan B? Do they know what their opponent is thinking?
Certainly 2 of the cornerstones from AAA here under the WWE umbrellas. Vikingo has 5 seconds to break here. Referee Adrian Butler trying to create that separation now. As Vikingo certainly wants to stack some victories. We've seen him in feuds in recent weeks with El Grande Americano as well as Dragon Lee. As Psycho Clown now from the top.
Oh my God!
Connects right there.
Out of nowhere.
Almost a version of his Psycho Destroyer. Will that be enough for one half the tag team champions? And somehow Vikingo presses out. Psycho Clown thought that might be enough, Rob.
Every movement is a risk. Every risk is a highlight waiting to happen, and that was just a highlight for Mania weekend.
As Vikingo trying to pull himself to his feet right now. A certifiable banger here from Las Vegas. As these two scratching and clawing the WWE Universe fully on its feet right now. You see fans coming over from different booths, different parts of WWE World. They want to see what's going on inside this ring.
Well, the pace just shifted in this match to overdrive. Who is going to be able to keep up with it? You said earlier, you got to wear your seatbelt.
As right now, Psycho Clown following Vikingo to the top. We're getting into the deep waters of this one. We're getting into the dangerous territory. As Psycho Clown. These two going back and forth. Rob, this is a risky position here.
Well, one mistake in a match in a spot like this, and it can be over in a heartbeat.
Missile dropkick by Vikingo creates that separation indeed. And now Vikingo from the near side corner to the far. The Meteora. And now Vikingo starting to cook. He's up top. And Vikingo gonna connect with that 630 senton.
Wow! Oh, that was so close, Blake. Come on.
As right on the cusp there, you see Adrian Butler checking in. Vikingo thought that might be all.
Well, he was from the heavens to the canvas, and somehow Psycho Clown kicked out.
As right now, Vikingo gonna go back to the drawing board here. The WWE Universe on its feet, but wait a minute. We talked about that attitude change. This is something we would not have seen from Vikingo months ago.
The question is, what is the referee going to do in a situation like this? His eyes are right here watching it.
Removing that turnbuckle pad here. Now leaving that exposed steel. As Vikingo with his back turned to his opponent, Psycho Clown getting back to his feet right now.
I don't know if I agree with Adrian Butler still letting this thing go on, not doing something about that turnbuckle that's off.
Certainly utilizing his discretion here. A little bit more of a relaxed situation. As Psycho Clown looking to amp things up and take it to the next level.
Back up to the top we go.
And we're indeed going back to risky territory right here, Rob. This one has been back and forth all match long, certainly. Perhaps the clubhouse leader for match from WWE World a couple of weeks ago in Las Vegas. And the Spanish fly from the top. Will that do it for Psycho Clown? And that is enough.
Here is your winner, Psycho Clown!
A big win for Psycho Clown as Vikingo takes another loss on the chin right there as one half of the AAA World Tag Team Champions ready to rock out here at WWE World with a huge victory during WrestleMania weekend.